Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. Everybody, what's going on? Okay, so my guest today on the Personal Mastery Training Pocket, it's a masterclass. And today I want to introduce a friend of mine. He's become a friend now. I've known him for a few good years now. We met through a chance meeting, but we've really hit it off, and he's become a key part of my current path and future path as we'll tell you about a little project that we're working on. But today I want to introduce to you Sanjay Gokal. Sanjay is from India. He owns the largest martial arts school in India. And this is what I want to talk about, where he started and how he reached the pinnacle of where he is now. And he's got still more in the tank to add value to the world still. So I want to get into his mind and talk about that. And as you know, success leaves clues. Someone who's successful, we can just one idea. And I want to remind you about this. One idea, my mentor told me, all you need is one good idea to execute on, and it'll change your life forever. So you don't need 20 ideas from Sanjay. You need one good idea that you're going to choose to take action on and change your life forever. All right, so let's introduce Sanjay. Welcome to Personal Mastery Training.
Namaste, Alvin. How are you?
Namaste, my friend. Namaste. I'm great. I'm great. So Let's talk about your beginnings. Where did you always, how did you find martial arts, first of all, and when did you start?
Long story, I want to cut short. In India, when my brother left India, he was teaching martial arts. So I saw that I want to become a pilot that time. So I saw one guy's teaching, and I saw the way he's teaching, that was not the correct way. So I wanted to learn more proper. I want to find a good master. Unfortunately, I found out one master from Canada, actually, Sanjay Gokal, my teacher. The way he's teaching is the way of teaching everybody. So I met him in 97. So I start teaching him. I see the martial art builds overall personality. That's why we also become friends, when I know you are also martial artist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're probably competing around the same time.
Yeah. So I was doing karate, you are doing taekwondo. So
exactly.
That's like same time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so you saw this, that's kind of the way, when I started, I was looking for, and this is something that I want to touch on when we have a conversation here, is looking back now, what I thought I was doing, I thought I had a weakness. I didn't like to fight. Although my siblings all seemed, because we're from Jamaica, and everybody, it just seemed like everybody was so much tougher than me. And I said, I'm tired of having this weakness. I'm gonna go and see if there's a way.
Right.
I want to actually get into boxing early, but I couldn't afford, and I couldn't find a place. So someone introduced me to a cousin, and he ended up having a martial arts school, and here I am, and so on. But my point is this. Recently, I was listening to a UFC fighter, Dustin Poirier, and he said what he was looking for in this whole journey was truth, finding truth. And every time we get challenged, every time you got challenged at every competition, it dug more into who you are, and it really brought up more of your truth. Would you say that when you look back, were you also searching for something inside of you, what you're made of, the truth?
Yeah, truth, because the teaching little kid, what we are working now these days also, that time, I want to be honest with the little kid is coming like 10 years, 4 years, you have to be honest. And they are front of us to get a lot of things. The world, they want to see the martial art or anything. So teaching martial art, understand the whole body. So truth is the main thing. What you are saying, I agree that, you have to be very truthful, honest also. What I want to tell all the martial artists throughout the world, you have to be honest. If you are honest, you can give right thing to the right person.
Yeah. You brought up true honesty. Yeah. And here's the thing about sports or anything else, sports, but especially sports that involve battle and pugilistic fighting sports is you can't lie. You can't
Right.
lie.
Yeah.
Where you gonna
That's right.
hide?
You're right. You're right. You cannot lie. Yeah.
You cannot lie. It shows
Yeah.
up in the ring. You can't.
If
It's truth.
you have to be 100% to be as a sports person. You can't lie. You can't be 1% wrong. It can show your performance.
You just
You're right.
can't hide it. You can't hide it. You got it.
You
It's
got-
the truth. So it
Okay.
really is searching for truth. It's the most honest and purest form of truth, because
Truth,
if you worked hard, if you cut corners, it'll show up.
Show up. Yeah,
It'll
definitely.
show up.
It show up easily, quickly. You can't
Yeah.
hide anything. You can't lie anything. You are
Yeah.
100% right. Truth
Yeah.
is the main key of this.
Number one. Number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And so on your journey, Sanjay, so you started doing martial arts. What year was that? 19?
It was like 86, 87, 86, 87. Then I
Yeah.
was, because in India, family pushed for the studies. And I was
Right.
always sportsman. I was
Yeah.
working. My father died when I was 9 years old. So my mother raising me. We are all together five, my one brother, three sisters.
Yeah.
So I was always, but after learning martial art, after this, and then 88, I got my first black belt. Then I want to search for the master and all. Originally, after you can say 90s onward, I was very serious about it. Start teaching also in 91, 92. I was
Right.
studying also and teaching also.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hard
Studying
time.
and teaching.
Going on a
Yeah.
cycle to teaching different places.
Yeah. So
Right.
you caught the fever and then you started dive right in. So when did you decide that you're going to, and you competed too, right? What level
I
did you get
competed.
at while you competed?
I was US Open. I fought like US Open until 2006. I was fighting I love going for the different tournament. I've been to all the circuit, Cactus Classic, Diamond National, all US circuit. National, I won 9 nationals in India, 9 years. I was a
Right.
national champion. Then a lot of tournaments, And I
Yeah.
was searching for the master actually. I've been to Florida, been to Australia, New Zealand, all Europe, all London, everywhere. So
Yeah.
finding a right master. In 97, I met the master. So I've been to Japan so many times. I want to teach right thing to the kids. I don't want to be fake or anything. You have to be honest and truthful, and you're getting something. There is one story also. Maybe next time I'll tell you what happened.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have lots to talk about over our time together,
Okay.
and share. We're gonna have lots to talk about and share. Now, in your search, so here's a theme that I'm getting as we're talking about. So Sanjay was always on this quest for truth, either truth for himself or truth about what he's going to be sharing with kids, influencing kids. So he wants to be pure and truthful about that.
That's most important. Yeah. I always wanted to be with everyone, even I'm meeting anyone. But that time, truth is most important for me to get right thing to the right kid. Now these days, that's why I talked to you last 4-5 years. To getting into different sports with the childhood champion. I don't want anybody to teaching anyone the wrong thing. In any sports.
I love it. And that's the integrity part of it too.
Yeah.
So in your search, Sanjay, being all over the world and going to different styles, looking at being exposed to different experiences, what are some of the things you came back with from meeting different people, and can you summarize it into a lesson that you learned after all this travel? And I know it's not, a big question, but is there, when you think about all the experiences you've gone through, what's the one epiphany that you've had, the one common theme that you've taken away when you meet all these people? You've been all over the world, you've been challenged, you've been in tournaments. What's a takeaway, do you think?
It's a big question, but like most important was when I met you, as in you treated me, and I was able to walk again in 2013-14. Somebody introduced me. So meeting you and with your thought process, I love it, and I got more inspired.
Right.
Honestly telling you, because otherwise meeting people, what they are doing in front of the public and what they are
Oh, there it
inside,
is.
that hurts me always.
There
What
it
you are
is.
saying from the mouth, what you're delivering, and
Mm-hmm.
what your actual is. That was like
Mm-hmm.
always killing me. Like I was thinking, like why I saw this guy is doing something nonsense and talking in front of the people is different. Like that is always. But after meeting you and with your honesty, integrity, and giving to the society, that
Mm-hmm.
gives me strength actually.
I
And
love it.
whenever I told you, whenever I come to Pickering and see you,
Yeah.
I feel more energetic. And today
Yeah.
also I'm feeling energetic talking to you.
Yeah. No, I love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for always, since we met, Sanjay's been, I've met a few people in my life who are my supporters, even when long ago, one of my lady I was coaching, she's I think it was Christmas or birthday. She sent me a message, said, I wish for you to see what others see in you. And I thought, wow, that's deep. The student is now the teacher, so she taught me. And so when I meet some people, Sanjay is always that guy who again vaulted me and more than I would vault myself. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying that. And so here's what I'm getting then from what Sanjay is saying. Not all that glitters is gold. Not everybody. Sometimes there's a quote that says, "Don't meet your heroes because they might let you down."
Right.
So with all your travels and everything you've gone through with all over the world, and you're meeting all kinds of people. So
Lot of
the big thing you found is that authenticity,
yeah. That's
your right, the
yeah.
connection to what you say and what you do.
What you're saying and what you're doing, because I meet a lot of teachers,
Yeah,
but like they for the kids we are the heroes.
yeah,
They saw, and you cannot believe, from the age of 16 when I was start teaching, that is the age you do different things.
yeah.
Till like I never had even a beer till age of 45.
Right. Yeah. No
Like today
alcohol
I'm
to
50 plus. But
yeah.
because if I do anything wrong, my kids, like those who are seeing me, they feel I want to be honest all the time. I
Yeah.
can't be dishonest.
Mhm.
That's like my most important part for me.
Yeah, I can tell. It's a theme for you. It's running right through.
Mm.
So what are some of the battles or challenges that you've leaned on martial arts to help get you through? What are some of the lessons from martial arts that you have? If I were to ask you, I know these are questions that are tough questions, they're big questions, but narrow down your 3 lessons that you've learned from martial arts and up to your age now with martial arts involved in teaching and learning, and 3 golden lessons that you would learn from sports,
From
martial arts.
martial art, like it's like always, it's full deep your body integrity. You understand yourself more into martial art, and I wanted, like, you need a right master for you, for like for the martial art also, and you need a one master for your life also, to tell you. Because if you remember when you're little, you ask questions, okay, what color is this? Like my kid, my son or daughter, they start, oh, what is this? How this? So when you are above 35, you need some masters, like masters for the life. Like
Yeah.
you can't be going around. I saw the people broke down at the age of 38 to 48. So because you have a kid, you have a wife, but you have a lot of questions, but you don't need a guru. In India, we call it guru.
Yeah.
What they give you, what you need a right master friend, but I don't know what kind of knowledge they have. That you need a right, in Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, they said you need a right person to advise you. You need a right advisor in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a wrong
Yeah.
advisor, it will spoil your life.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one to decipher who's right and who's wrong. You know, and so that if I can summarize that, you're saying there's a quote that says you can't serve 2 gods. You have to choose one path and you know check it for validity. So I like this because what I'm hearing from Sanjay is check your sources, do your due diligence, but when you believe, believe wholeheartedly and dive right in, commit to that
Yeah,
path,
that's
commit to
important.
that path.
But
And so go ahead.
yeah, because of the clutter around us,
Mm-hmm.
like one guy got married. Our as a man, our first love is our work.
Mm-hmm.
Work is work.
Yeah.
We in India, what we saw, like you start working, your parents said, okay, now you are working, you are earning, let's get married. In India,
Mm-hmm.
we have arranged marriage and love marriage also.
Right, right.
Your first love is your work,
Yeah.
and then you got into marriage, and your wife came. That is also your love,
Yeah.
and your first love was a work that going behind your everything. Then you got become a father.
Mm-hmm.
Then the time is going on and on. Your first love is asking you, you have to look after me because work is a worship. So that
Mm-hmm.
happened. The age, 35 to 45,
Yeah.
person get broke down. I saw
Mm-hmm.
hundred of cases. I worked on this, still working on this. That
Mm-hmm.
happened with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's my
that's
thought.
perfect. That's perfect. And so how far now, Sanjay? How far have you taken this, your training? And then we're gonna get into your martial arts school, but I just recently, a year ago, how long now did you get granted your top level of
Last November, I got my 8th degree.
eighth degree? So
8th degree
Sanjay's made it to eighth degree
black belt.
black belt
Yeah,
in Shotokan karate.
Shotokan karate. Yeah.
And you said, you were saying prior to we get on here, you're saying you're still
I'm
curious.
I'm still learning because the martial art is it's an art. You become an artist for whole life.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It sounds a lot like, when I create this brand of personal mastery, the word
Right.
on the end, training,
Training. Yeah.
because you never, a master never gets to a stop.
No, no, never stop. Yeah.
Never stop. It's a full learning again, learning again. There's no end.
No end. There is no end.
There's no end to the learning. It's this circle. Continue to learn.
Yeah.
And so now let's talk about this karate school.
Right.
When did you decide to get your own? It's time to settle in and start developing Sanjay. When did you open the first one?
I was, the cane farm, the Gunner farm in India.
Mm-hmm.
I used to run on that open spot in India. That was like a village, like so. I wanted to make a big dojo. Then I don't know. I wrote on my diary, I want to have next 2 years this, 5 years this, and this. That was like, and that time I don't have even a car. I have a
Mm-hmm.
cycle. I wrote, okay, I'll have my own dojo. It called karate school, call it dojo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I rented one spot. I don't know how it happened. I was like honest to my student. Slowly, my school became the biggest Indian martial arts school, like biggest 20,000 square feet with the posh area and everything. Then I opened up another one. I opened up another one. With God grace, I got like 28 different branches all over India. I
Mm-hmm.
made a first franchisee model for the martial arts schools. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going on. With the
Yeah.
COVID, things goes little down,
Right.
but teaching, my concern to starting now new venture like Child to Champion to train instructors and all to get right education, right martial art training to this. So I
Mm-hmm.
started like my first school was in India. That was like 94. I rented.
Mm-hmm.
96. I built my own place.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, 94 and 96, you built your own.
Own, yeah.
So were you a big believer? It sounds like, were you a big believer in setting goals?
Yeah. Goals are very important.
Yeah.
Without goals, you can't be anywhere. I think so. Setting up goal and writing a goal,
Mm-hmm.
and it will happen.
Yeah.
And you're working on that goal, it will start, and you have to be dedicated 100%.
And it also sounds so. These are all, so what I'm getting from Sanjay is everything that people talk about, it happened in his real life. So for instance, a lot of times when people set goals, they're setting goals from where they are now. And where you are now, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, you don't have. However, don't let that stop you. They say set your goals. You don't have to know how you're going to get it, because
Mm.
the how will fall into place.
Yeah, I don't know how it will happen, seriously. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you have to set a goal.
So talk about faith. How much you didn't know you could do this because you came from a poor, your father passed away when you're 9 years old, just your mom, four other siblings,
Yeah, my three sisters and one brother. Yeah,
one brother. So five of you total, like me. That's the same
yeah,
here. So five of you, poor, and here you are, you want to open up come on, the largest martial arts school in India. How is that even going to work? What? So you set your goal, you didn't know how, but you had faith.
like you cannot believe, you will laugh. Like going on a scooter, and like
Mm-hmm.
I one carpenter dropped his scooter to my house. I took his scooter to somewhere. Like that stories I will tell so many times. Like
Yeah.
that time, and I was watching one movie with my mom, like on the TV on Sunday. I said, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
how do people become rich this much? How
Mm-hmm.
this, like I'm teaching, getting like $1 for a month training.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And how the people have houses in the, like on the like
Yeah.
big houses and big
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
And next 2 3 years, you cannot believe, I have a, like I bought my S class, then my
Right.
got a Land Cruiser also. I got a 17 cars in India. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, and things like I made a house with the swimming pool, with
Yeah.
everything like
Yeah.
that happened. But
Yeah.
it's like in my brain, I want to do this. I want to be, and with God grace,
Yeah.
if you ask in my city,
Yeah.
and you don't need to like get address, you have to say Sanjay Karate. They will
Right.
take you there.
Right.
It's become a brand there, and the
Right.
street name is, and the I have a bank in front of my building.
Yeah.
They write on their bank, front of Sanjay Karate School, opposite Sanjay because
Okay.
and people
Uh-huh.
are writing their address
Yeah.
next door to Sanjay Karate, same
Right.
street on Sanjay Karate. Like
Uh-huh.
that happened.
Yeah. It's
It's
become
like
like Google it.
landmark.
Yeah. It's a verb now. It's a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I like
yeah.
it. I like it. And so you have no, so talk to, just someone to talk to this point. Some people out there now who don't know how they're going to achieve it. Don't know, they're setting goals from where they are now, which is I'm lost, I don't have any money, I don't have, all they can think of is what they don't have.
Mm.
What would you tell them about dreaming even if you don't have anything in front of you? What would you tell them?
First of all, you have to fight your own. Don't worry
Mhm.
about if you don't have $1, or you
Mhm.
can talk about anything. If you have a faith and confidence in
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
yes, I can.
Mhm.
I can't is not stand for those who want to do something.
Mhm.
I can, and you need a right people around you.
Mhm.
That is most important. If you have a wrong company, you have a wrong people, you have to identify, and you have to be positive. If you are a
Mhm.
positive, everything falls whatever what the way you want it. Like
Mhm.
you have to have, if you have a wrong company with only talking dreams and all, it will never happen. You have to work for this. Like
Yeah.
you have to be 100% working on your project. Like whatever you think, start working, you will be there.
Yeah. I love it.
Like, yeah.
But you said something that's crucial that I want everyone to really take note of, because Sanjay mentioned confidence, but a lot of people don't know how to get confidence because they don't have it. How do you get it? But the key thing that I found Sanjay said was who you are around, because who you're around has a massive effect on you. They can have a
Definitely.
massive effect because going to the wrong person and telling them about your dreams and they poke holes in it, you'll never move from where you are. But if you're around the right people also on the same grind as you and going out, they can really support your dreams, right? Because when you first start your dreams, it's very fragile. It's if someone says boo, you're gonna give up on your dream. So it really matters who you surround yourself with in order to get this dream off the ground, because they say like a plane flight, use up most of your fuel getting it off the ground, right? So you're gonna really have to be. So that was key for me. What you said is who you're around. So take inventory, everybody listening. Who are you around if you have a dream? Are they gonna help you to get there, or poke holes in your balloon that takes you up, right?
Right. Definitely. Definitely.
So now let's move to, we've got the school, we've got where you started, we've got your journey so far. Let's move to the Child to Champion program.
Right. Child to Champion program, it's a dream, like what we planned, but decide what we want to deliver to the public, like for the next future generation. Because on this Earth planet, our journey is confirmed, either 60, 70, 80, 100, whatever. But journey when you are alive and you, as we both discussed so many times, so you are giving your good efforts also. Like that is my dream in my mind also. We will, Child to Champion is going to be the biggest project in this world.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes, and people laugh about it. I told my son one day, I said, it will be bigger than Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
It will be bigger than anything. I'm telling, I'm challenged that, and it will be.
Yeah.
Because
there you go.
Working on project to project, each sports, and now the people are on the tablets, kids are doing all this phone, and we are also addicted also sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sports will save them.
Mm-hmm.
When you born, you start playing. Your father, mother, anybody brings only sports stuff for you. Little kid, they don't bring books. They bring football. They bring small things. You start playing in your life. When you're born in this world, you start playing. And the Child to Champion is, we want to make champions in every field. When you are giving your 100%, you get some success. I saw my students, those who are very good, they are into very good position right now. Either into real estate, they are into any place. They are honest with their clients. They are honest. So when you are honest, and Child to Champion is like, before that I was doing only karate. With the Child to Champion is every sports. All sports with the discipline, with honesty. And we want to make like coaches and all, teaching them what our thought is like. So delivering the market, like Tesla, he got a dream to get electrical car or whatever, like he's doing, Elon Musk or these people. So I don't know, like we can become rich, but we rich with the sense that we delivered something for the universe.
Which is what matters. That's real wealth.
Real wealth. Wealth is like money. You can see the guy who died with Apple. What Steve is his Jobs. Age? Steve Jobs. And what he said in the last words, money, these are very, in India, the gurus, you have to have integrity for the public with you're dealing with. Cheating, fraud, doing these things are not worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
One day, it's confirmed you are going from this world. We saw our father, mother, all the elders. So if you have capability to do something, we will do it. Child to Champion is, I told you in a shortcut, is going to be the next,
impact. And to kind of summarize what Sanjay said, I heard from Denzel Washington in one of his speeches and talks. He said he's never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. So if you think you can take it with you, you can't take it with you. So what's left behind after you're gone is your legacy and your impact and the difference you made in some people's lives, right? So, and that's so Child to Champion is a program that Sanjay and I, while I was treating him many years ago, we started talking about this concept of how we can help kids to empower them, because I've spent 30 years listening to adults struggle with their lives. And this is why I'm so passionate about personal mastery and the training piece, is that I've spent 30 years listening to thousands of people struggling in their lives and don't know how to find themselves. And so we want to start at the kid level and create champions in life and their business and anything they want to be champions in. So so tell them, what's the next move for you, Sanjay? What's next for you?
Next is 24/7. I'm just thinking and working on Child to Champion. And with your vision and with your experience, I feel so confident, and I'm very much, like with the last meeting, with the notes you made, I like,
Yeah.
I feel very energetic, and we are doing right something, something
Yeah.
good. The
Yeah.
if
Definitely.
the preparation food is ready, now we have to serve. The
Yeah.
serving is most important, the right way of serving it. So
Exactly.
we both are working, and I'm I'm 100% because the Canada I like why I'm starting like here because I met you here also, and the Canada I see that Tim Horton, the
Mm-hmm.
guy, the name of the biggest chain is on the sports guy. This country gives you this, and sports. I'm feeling what generation is doing right now, little kids and everybody. So child to champion is going to be the big thing for them, and we need the right people teaching them right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you are doing so much for this project, and with you, I'm feeling like we can achieve quicker also.
Yeah. We'll definitely be doing it. And our goal is to we're gonna go at two ways. We're gonna get this information out. One, the kids, because the kids are our future. And
Yeah.
two, the leaders who are affecting those kids.
Mhm.
So we're coming at it from two directions. And when we come at it from those two directions, we're definitely going to speed up the process because not only are we looking to infuse this, empower these kids directly, we're also going to infuse and empower the people who are also affecting these kids, parents, coaches, leaders who are having a direct impact on these kids and colleges. And so we just want to make a dent in the world and make a difference and change the narrative. Because today, and I'll end with this quote. I love quotes because for me, quotes aren't just things I repost; they're things I study. So I
Mhm.
study quotes. And here's where Sanjay, I can summarize this and speak for Sanjay. And, Jesse Jackson years ago said, kids are shooting dope in their veins because no one's shooting hope in their brains.
Hopefully, yeah, beautiful, excellent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we want to do is shoot some hope in this world today with the narrative of war and just division. And we want to bring everybody back to let you know that all that noise about who I am, what you are, and separation and divide and fighting at the core, that's just the noise on top. At the core of it, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody just wants to be happy. Everybody wants to live on purpose. Everyone wants to feel like they're made a difference, they're significant. So we want to push that in society, and
Yeah.
that's our passion project. So
100%. And we will.
awesome. We
That we
will.
will. We will.
We will. It's a done deal. It's done in our minds. It's done in the universe.
Universe, yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
All right, Sanjay, we have lots to, and by the way, everybody, watch out for, we're going to do a podcast together, Sanjay and I. So I'll give you more information on that later on, because we really want to accelerate and reach as many people as we can. And so watch for that. And Sanjay, any closing words? And I want to thank you for, here's a closing message that I want you to touch on. Tell me, for you, what does personal mastery mean?
Personal mastery, what I feel like from last few years I'm meeting you, that this is the like what I'm telling about, like child to child. Personal mastery is like you need that touch for your brain. Otherwise, you cannot achieve the whatever you want. Like it's like it's most important. Like you need a water for your
Yes.
body. It's a
Yes.
personal mastery. Is like I'm so happy. Like you started something like this.
Mhm.
Every person who is achieving something and they want to achieve or they are normal life. What
Mhm.
I felt when I'm meeting you and the way you are healing them. I'm
Mhm.
not healing from the body, from the this
Yes.
brain
Yes, sir.
between the ears. You said always.
Yes, sir.
This works with the personal mastery, and
Yeah.
I love the total personal mastery training also. The way you are the person you getting this personal mastery is like we are blessed, and
Yes.
I wish we can have brother like you. And in India, I want to take you to the India also. India
Yeah.
needs you also.
We're gonna do it together. We're doing it together. So Thank you, Sanjay, for your time, everybody, and thank you for listening. If you know someone who needs this information out there, remember one idea that Sanjay shared with us, one idea, and if you can execute on it, can change your life forever. It can change your path forever. If you know someone who's struggling, who may need some of the wisdom that Sanjay shared, please share it, like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our podcast, and watch for more as we announce even more about Child to Champion. So,
100%.
all right, everybody, until next time. The reason why Sanjay, myself, and people like us do this is because I want you to be relentless about your pursuit for mastery of self. Until next time, peace and love.